welcome to our Wednesday morning yin yoga and sound bath practice. We're going to start today seated on top of our bolster, so you'll take and place it across your mat like this. And then we'll take a few moments here to find a comfortable seat, crossing the ankles in front, using blocks under your knees to support, or allow the knees to drop down towards the mat. Lengthening the spine tall. Let's roll the shoulders back a few times and forward. And then shaking out the elbows and the wrists. Gentle fist and open. All right, drawing the elbows in towards the body. Allow the palms to face up. Begin to close the eyes or soften them to look down towards the mat. Let's begin our practice this morning simply by breathing. Finding an even, steady breath in and out through your nose. Drawing your awareness to the present moment, right here, right now. Letting go of anything that happened this morning. Letting go of anything you have scheduled after. Let's choose to be right here, right now, for the next 60 minutes, taking this time just for you. Hearing the sounds of the waves. Feeling the gentle breeze as it touches your skin. Noticing the sounds of the birds in the trees. Tasting the salty ocean air. Right here, right now. I invite you to bring your right hand to the left side of your chest, taking a moment to find your heartbeat. Noticing the rhythm of your heartbeat. Bringing the other hand to your belly. As you inhale, feel the belly rise as it fills with air. Feel the air float to the chest and throat. Exhale, throat, chest, belly. Inhale, belly, chest, throat. Exhale. Continuing at your own pace. Bringing your other hand on top of your heart. Coming back to an even and steady breath. Our focus this week and this month is self-love. Learning to love and to care for ourselves changes everything. Today we will use this mantra to begin to direct our thoughts. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Bringing your palms together at your heart, I invite you to set an intention for your practice. When you're ready, we'll inhale to reach the palms up towards the sky. Exhale, releasing the palm, releasing your intention out into the world, bringing the fingertips down to the sides. We'll lengthen tall through the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest. Begin to gently draw the chin towards one shoulder and back to center. Other side. Carefully moving as we warm up the cervical spine. When you feel ready, coming back to center, lifting the head and neck into neutral. Gently opening the eyes to look forward. We'll extend both legs out in front. You can have a gentle bend in your knees here, or if it feels good to extend the legs all the way out. Listening to our bodies this morning. We'll stay on the bolster pillow. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, pressing the heart forward towards the knees, coming into a gentle fold. Allowing the hands to fall wherever they lie. Inhale, coming back to your center. Reach up. Exhale, pressing the heart forward. Releasing the head and neck. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to your center. We're going to take one more here. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Noticing and observing our bodies today without any judgment. Only being the watcher. Inhale back to your center. We'll bring the hands behind us for a moment, pressing into the palms. Drawing the heart up towards the sky, pressing the shoulder blades together. Inhale back to your center. We'll press forward off of the bolster now and set the bolster off to the side. We're going to extend our legs all the way out on the mat. And then drawing the heels out away, we're coming into a wide leg split here. So we're just getting warmed up, so really listen to your body this morning. Don't push too far. You are going to need 2 blocks and a bolster for this. So you're going to take your 2 blocks and place them on whichever side you think will feel good for you today. So let me start by saying small, medium, high. So I'm going to start with both of my blocks on medium, equidistant apart in front of me, and then I'm going to place the bolster right on top. Now, if that feels like too far for you to come down this morning, then bring the blocks up to the high level, and same thing. You can come all the way down to the low level. I think I'm going to live there today. All right. Now, remember, you want to feel a little bit of sensation on the inside of your legs here and perhaps the outside near the hips. But if you're starting to cramp, then draw the heels in. All right, we'll inhale to reach up. On the exhale, we press the heart forward and bring the elbows down. From here, we'll release the head and neck so the nose points down. Taking a deep inhale together. Exhale to sigh. Coming into stillness. Surrendering into the pose. next inhale, gently lift your head and your neck and carefully walk yourself back to your center. From here, we'll set the bolster off to the side, taking a moment to notice the effects of the pose. Let's guide our legs back to center. So you're going to reach under your thigh and bring the heel to center on both sides. And then bringing the hands behind you, press your feet right at the edges of your mat, gently dropping both knees to one side, back to center, other side. So we're noticing the lumbar spine, the low part of the back here. And coming back to your center. We'll cross the ankles in front once again. And then we're gonna take our bolster and you're gonna set it out to the right side of your body. And then I want you to take 1 or 2 blocks and kind of just bring them over by the bolster in case you need to prop it up. Okay, so I know in this pose before, it's called deer pose in yin yoga. We've done this before. Today we're only gonna go out to the side, so we're doing this as a lateral pose. So I'm gonna lean into my bolster on my right side and pull the left foot out, sliding it back towards the back of my mat. So first you wanna notice how this feels. If this is too much for you today, I can show you an alternate position. You're going to then turn your palm up and allow it to slide down your bolster. Now when you get to about your elbow, you want to notice, how does this feel? Does it feel okay? If so, then you can come all the way down, resting the ear on the arm. Now, if that's too much, then you take a block and just gently place it underneath the top of the bolster on any of the 3 levels, small, medium, or high. Let's take a deep inhale together through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Coming back to our mantra. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. your next inhale, gently pressing yourself back to your center. Once you've come back to your center, you'll bring the left foot to the front of your mat, crossing the ankle, and then we'll set ourselves up by moving the bolster to the opposite side of the body, keeping in mind that the right and the left often feel different, so you might prop yourself differently. We'll press into the left hand, drawing the right foot back now. And when you feel ready, turning the palm up, inhale, exhale, sliding down until the armpit reaches the bolster, then bringing the ear onto the arm. Taking a deep inhale together. Exhale to sigh through the mouth. Letting go. Feeling the stress melt away from the body. Finding an even, steady breath. On your next inhale, gently pressing yourself back to your center. Drawing the left foot forward. Coming back to seated. Taking your time here. We'll come over to hands and knees into a tabletop pose. Bringing the palms underneath the shoulders. The knees under the hips. Pressing the tops of the feet onto the mat. We'll tilt the pelvis and look forward. Inhale. Exhale, arching the spine. Tuck the chin. Inhale, tilt the pelvis. Draw the gaze forward. Exhale, arch. Taking a couple more rounds of our cat and cow. Moving at your own pace. Noticing without any judgment. Coming back to your neutral position in tabletop, we'll look all the way over one shoulder behind you, shifting the hips in the opposite direction. Inhale, back to your center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. We'll set up now for our child's pose. So you're going to widen the knees out to the edges of the mat and bring the two big toes together. And then we're going to shift the hips back towards the heels. Taking your bolster pillow, you'll bring it in between your knees. And you may prop it up with a block, depending how much you need here. You may not use a block. You can also do this by using 2 blocks, just like we did before. So figure out what feels right for you, and when you're ready, you press the heels back and down, and I draw my bolster in closer between the legs so that I can bring my chest right down on top, and then one ear comes down. Coming back to our mantra, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Finding the breath. head and neck to center. Exhale, bringing the opposite ear down. Maybe shifting the hips back and down a bit further now. Letting go of anything we no longer need to carry. Right here, right now. On your next inhale, bringing your head and your neck back to your center, drawing yourself back to your tabletop position. From here, taking another cat-cow. Make sure you draw your knees back into alignment first. And from here, we'll come back over into a seated pose. Uh-oh, you're all wet. Okay, seated pose. You're going to come all the way down onto the mat now. So you're going to take your bolster, press your feet into the mat with the knees bent, and then slide the bolster pillow underneath. You're going to come all the way down onto your back. So maybe coming towards your elbows first and then all the way down. From here, you're going to press the feet and the hands into the mat, lifting the hips, squeeze the glutes. and draw the pillow under. So this is a supported bridge pose. This pose is going to be a restorative pose today. So all that we're going to do in this pose is simply breathe. You'll bring your hands down to your sides. Let's draw the chin towards the chest, and we'll begin our Ujjayi breath practice. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, feeling the air flow down the back of your throat. Inhale, exhale. Making the inhale shorter than the exhale. Lengthening the breath with each exhalation. We'll breathe here for 1 minute, simply relaxing and restoring the body. On your next inhale, you'll draw one knee towards the chest and then the other knee. From here, we'll extend both legs, reaching the feet up towards the sky. The hands stay at the sides. This is one of the best poses we can do for our bodies every single day. Reversing the blood flow in our legs. Simply breathing. On your next exhale, gently bending the knees, carefully bringing the feet down to the mat. Let's take a moment here to notice the effects of the pose. So we'll notice any sensations in the leg. Pressing the feet into the mat, lift the hips towards the sky, squeeze the glutes, and gently slide the pillow out, coming down onto your spine, one vertebrae at a time, feeling it melt into the earth. Bending both knees towards the chest. Let's come into a happy baby pose here. So you'll bend the knees, lift the feet towards the sky, making a peace sign with your fingers. Grab around your big toe. Perhaps gentle rock side to side here if that feels good. Bringing the knees together now. We're going to place one hand underneath each knee. You can gently roll up to seated, or you can set the feet down, coming over to one side and press yourself back up. For our next pose, we're going to take the bolster and place it right behind your hips. You want it to be across like this, so the long side is at the back of your hip. You'll need one block for this, and you'll want to extend your legs all the way out in front. We're coming into a supported fish pose. So I'm going to demonstrate with a block just to show you guys if you want a little bit of extra arch in your back bend, you'll take the block and set it underneath the bolster. Now I'm coming back, bringing my elbows all the way to the back of my bolster. I'm allowing the middle of my spine, the thoracic spine, to gently come over. Forgot my block. Put a block at the back of my head until I can gently come down here feeling comfortable. Now the block might be too much for a lot of folks, so try without it first. Your arms come out to your sides. The armpits are above the bolster here. And we press the heart up towards the sky. Now, if you know you've done this before and you want to remove the block, you can gently remove the block, opening through the throat, drawing back towards the crown of your head. We'll hold here and breathe. Back to the breath, letting go. to press yourself back up by drawing your elbows to the bolster and then walking yourself carefully to your seated pose, rolling to the side if you need. We're going to come into our next yin yoga pose. You'll use the blocks under your knees here. You'll bring the bolster behind you with the short side facing towards the hips now. You'll bring the bottoms of your heels and toes together. Using the blocks for support under the knees or under the thigh. Coming back again towards the elbows and then allowing the spine to come down onto the bolster. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly or bound angle pose. Reaching the arms over the head for a moment to notice the shoulders. On your exhale, gently bringing your hands down to your sides, allowing the palms to face up. Let's take a deep inhale together. Exhale, sigh. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. next inhale, gently drawing the knees back to your center. We'll just carefully drop the knees to one side, holding for a breath or two. And then we'll come back to center and over to the other side. No rush. And then when you feel ready, taking a full body stretch, reaching the arms over the head, pointing the toes. Taking any final movements that your body's requesting before we come into stillness. We'll roll off of the bolster and bring it underneath the knees, coming all the way back down onto the spine. Finding Shavasana or our final resting pose. Drawing the body into stillness. Perhaps taking a blanket or a towel to cover the eyes of the body. Bringing the hands down to the sides. Allow the palms to face up. Closing or softening the eyes now. Allow your eyelids to feel heavy. Allow the throat, chest, and the abdomen to start to relax. Letting go of any tension in the forehead. Any tightness in the jaw. The spine melting down into the earth. The arms and legs soft and relaxed. The whole body soft and relaxed. slowly and gently begin to bring movement back to the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. We'll draw the knees towards the chest and gently roll to one side, coming into a fetal pose. One kind thought towards yourself can shift the whole day. One kind thought towards yourself can shift the whole day. Gently pressing yourself up, coming into a seated pose, crossing the ankles in front. I invite you to bring your palms together at the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Tuck the chin towards the chest and bow to yourself, thanking yourself for your commitment to your practice. I'll end with one chant of Om, inhaling together. Om Shanti, 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 or peace, peace, peace. Wishing each of you peace and a beautiful day ahead. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me this morning. Thank you.